it's Anastasia. I'm back with another speed build for you today. I'm building a little something for the newish Dine Out game pack. This lot is called Dipper's Diner. Of course, it's available now on the gallery. You can find it under the hashtag AnastasiaLeeSims or through the link in the description down below. So, I wanted to build a diner kind of place, and I looked up some pictures and I realized they were all kind of square, like really square with rounded corners. And if there were rounded walls in The Sims, that would be perfect, but unfortunately, there are not. So I wanted to kind of do a small build. I know it's not super small, but it's a lot smaller than my previous Hunger Games challenge. Not challenge, but my Hunger Games arena. Link to that in the description below or on my channel. I only have like 2 other videos, so I'm sure you'll be able to find it somehow. So here I was trying to pick out the sign, and I noticed most of the diners that I was looking at, like the really 50s kind of trailer looking diners, I don't know, they're kind of metal and round. So I noticed they had a lot of neon signs, but there aren't any really big, like, good neon signs in The Sims, which is sad because I really like the look of them, but I do incorporate some neon signs in just a minute, so it's okay, I guess. So this diner, despite it being kind of small, isn't necessarily a starter diner, but if anyone's interested in seeing a really small diner build, I can try to go even smaller. Oh, and here I was just trying to cover up the arrows because I don't like them very much. It didn't feel like the signs that are usually used at these diners. They just have the words. Sometimes it just says diner and that's it. So it felt a little weird with the arrows, but I work it out eventually, and I keep the arrows. You can change the sign if you download this. So yeah, I just have them kind of coming up off of the thing in the end, and I think it looks alright. If you hate it, go ahead and change it. I think I tried having, just for a second, I had the open sign on there really sized up. I don't like sizing things up too much because they have a tendency to look a little pixelated. Well, it's all pixelated, but they have a tendency to look bad like that. So I try not to do it, but if that feels like something that you would much rather have be the sign, go for it. Obviously, it's on the gallery. You can do whatever you want to it after you put it in your game. But back to the smaller builds. I'm actually going to be doing some really small builds in the very near future. Hopefully next Friday, I'll be able to get one of those out to you guys. And so if anybody's interested in seeing like a super small restaurant, I have actually built a really small restaurant already. So if anybody's interested in seeing that, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below, some suggestions, because I need them. um so oh, finally we're starting to work in the interior. The exterior is a little bit plain. I guess the entire thing's a little plain. I was trying to keep the price fairly low, but also give you everything you need to have like 2 cooks and 3 waiters and a host. So though I did forget those in the actual this is embarrassing, but I thought I was done by the time I finished recording this, and so The version on the gallery does have the waiter station and the host station, but the version that you guys will see on this video will not. Anyway, I forgot. It's embarrassing. Anyway, so right now I'm working on the kitchen, and it is small and a little grimy. I technically you could have made this smaller. I think it could, and it could look grimier. I noticed a lot of people, a lot of builders were going kind of not really extreme, but a little bit like extremely clean and well kept and nice looking, or super gross and it was just like dingy and icky and nobody wants to be there. Oh, and I was trying out awnings, but they didn't work either. Anyway, a lot of builders were using so much stuff that was like, they were trying to make it look gross, and I know, like, reality of getting fast food and stuff, like, it's not super great conditions, but I wanted to make somewhere that was in between. Like, it didn't look like this was the worst place to work in the world. It just looks like maybe they're not, scrubbing their walls down with bleach every day, and they don't have like 7 people that come in every night to clean. So, I just put some basic kind of grimy tiles, but they're not really that grimy. It just looks like it's a kitchen kind of thing. Um, so yeah, putting some exit signs up. For this one, I try to limit myself, or at least I have been. I'm trying to limit myself in my builds to use only 1 or 2 packs at a time so that, it's available to more people. And so this one is dine out and get to work are mostly what I used. I think there might be some things here and there that aren't, but that's kind of why the detail is a little lacking. I use just base game 2-pack, like 1 game pack and 1 expansion pack, so it's not overly detailed, and I think it's okay. I think it looks like good enough, you know? Oh, and here I am doing this thing that I just said I don't like doing, which is sizing something up really large, because we don't have any real cars, but I put a parking lot outside, and it looks funny without at least 1 car there, so I put a car there, but I didn't put any more because, like I said, I don't love having... I just don't love having the pixelated looking things. I know I can get mods for cars, which is cool, but it's not something that... I don't want to use any mods or custom content in my builds, at least not presently, so I just don't have the time to install all those things. Not the time, but I just don't want to. So, yeah, all vanilla Sims? Does anybody refer to that as vanilla? Just like in Minecraft, it's called vanilla Minecraft if you don't have any mods or anything. So, would it be weird to call it vanilla Sims? That would be a cute username. Hey, if you guys know anybody called Vanilla Sims, or you want to make a channel and call it Vanilla Sims, tell me in the comments below and I'll check you out. Because I don't know why. Because Vanilla Sims is a kind of cute thing. Anyway, I just finished up the bathrooms. For symmetry reasons, I put them at either side, but they're not gendered. So, this diner, Dipper's Diner, is a safe place. It's nice. Just go pee wherever you want. You don't have to pick a side. Gender neutral, gender non-conformity, fun. Anyways, so there are a lot of diners with, like, cool bar areas that you can just sit down and, there's waitresses who go in there and then they get the food from the front and give it to you over the counter from the thing. And I'm not explaining that very well, but if you've been to kind of like a more classic diner, you might know what I'm talking about. Like Denny's don't do that, but like um maybe a place like Johnny Rockets or Mel's might. I'm from America, so I don't know what anybody else has, but those come to mind when I'm thinking like a 50s themed diner. Um but yeah, I just wanted to have that like nice bar area that stretches almost across the whole restaurant. Again, I said, it's not a super small build, so there is like a good amount of seating. I think this isn't something that you would want to use if you're just starting out playing the dine out pack, because it's gonna be a lot of people and it doesn't necessarily require a lot of servers and chefs and stuff, but it it is pretty big when you think about it. It doesn't look very big. That's kind of the point. It's not supposed to look big, but it kind of is. So, um if you're just starting out, maybe check out my next couple videos. Watch out for those cuz they might have some smaller restaurants. I really do like the restaurants in Dine Out, so I'm probably going to build more. Um, so, yeah, I just, I have that little bar thing that you're supposed to be able to run people's food to them from across it. So, like, you just hand it over the counter. But I have not tested that to see if they will serve there or if they'll even serve people who sit there. Like, if that even counts as a serving area. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Oh, and I just changed the flooring because the the little tile, the little blue tile was just not doing it for me. I know that it's usually like black and white, and so I wanted to have the same look but tone it down with a more blue and white theme because I've got blue on the walls. But it just didn't look right. You can change it back if you download it and hate this new one. This is also, I think, from Get to Work, a linoleum kind of tile. If they had it look like this, but with a black and white, that would be perfect. Because I love how they did this floor. Like, it's checker pattern, but each checker is the size of a floor tile. It's really good. Anyway, this build was a lot quicker than my other one. I did it in basically one sitting, and I think it took me around 2 hours and some change to complete it. And that might have been because I took a break. I'm not sure. But I'm just finishing up with some signs here, and, well, actually, I'm gonna do a little landscaping too, but minimal, because I did want to keep the thing down. Oh, and how could I forget? Okay, I totally forgot for like solid 5 minutes to put these little things. These were the inspiration for this build, this little like menu with the ketchup and the all that, because it reminded me of going to a diner, and I completely just didn't remember to put them down. Just like I didn't remember to put down all of the other stuff. So, that's embarrassing. I fixed it though. I fixed all of it. It's a completely 100% working restaurant. It's fine. So, yeah, I'm thinking maybe I will try to make this exact same diner, but a miniature version. Not like super miniature, but just make it a lot smaller and less expensive. Oh, here's where some of the cost comes from, actually, is I wanted it to kind of look like this is an older diner and there have been people there for a long time. And so people have graffitied on it, they've put their posters up, there's a ton of just stuff happening on the back wall because almost every other wall is windows. You can't really do this kind of thing on a window. I'm just fixing up some of the visual glitching here, but you can't do stuff like this on a window. So I was thinking this would be a really great spot to just tag the wall there. You would want to, if you know, wouldn't you? Um, I don't know who my target audience is here. People who like graffitiing things? I like to put graffiti on a lot of my builds, so. But anyway, here's my really minimal landscaping. I just put one tree, because you want the place to look like it belongs on the lot and it wasn't just plopped there, just placed like there's a tree. Isn't that nice? A tree. A whole nature is amazing. What am I talking about? Oh, here I'm putting I hate having floor tiles without anything separating the floor tile from the grass. So I put that as like a little curb. The tiny fence from Get to Work, I think. So please do remember this lot is on the gallery, available for download now with all the fix-ins to make it a successful running restaurant. And if you decide to download it and play in it, please tell me down in the comments below, especially if it's for a Let's Play, so I can come check it out. Thank you so very much for watching. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you in my next video.